all y'all said, all y'all some bitch ass niggas, cause y'all letting him come down here and he got the biggest fight of his life. Wow. He could change your life, all y'all life, and y'all got him right here gambling. Y'all all some bitch ass niggas.
What did he happen in that fight when he came back?
He got cooked. I don't care about that. He got cooked.
What's that?
He almost wanted to quit too.
You saw that body shot?
Those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? I was hitting him with body punching. I heard him, actually, he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
Boxingvoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
DBLC Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. And spontaneous it is, that is Sunday, 12 p.m. in the afternoon. And on the aftermath of Manny Pacquiao versus Keith one-time Thurman, there is a lot to discuss. Adrien Broner has come out and had some choice words for Thurman, saying that he got cooked, essentially, which means that he got beat up. And I just don't feel that way, and I want to see what the rest of the world feels like, because he got a lot of publicity with these videos discussing Thurman. And he made it quite clear that he was going to be fighting Ivan Redchak next. So, you know, I'm just like, look, these two have been linked for quite some time. If you do a simple Adrien Broner versus Keith Thurman or Keith Thurman versus Adrien Broner Google search, you'll see just how long they've been linked, how long it's been rumored. Keith has called them out when he was on the undercard of Adrien Broner, when Adrien Broner took on Marcos Maidana in San Antonio, Texas. But Broner also said that he had ran into Keith Thurman the night before, and Thurman was gambling until 3, 4 in the morning. And what you heard in the beginning of the show was Broner and his words to Keith Thurman's camp. He's insinuating that he told Keith Thurman's camp, you know, that all you guys are bad because, you know, he could change everyone's life in your camp, and you guys are allowing him to be out here allegedly gambling at the wee hours of the night before the Manny Pacquiao fight. Now, you know, the fact that he's insinuating that Thurman got cooked, it's crazy to me, which only makes me want that fight between he and Thurman even more. They're both Pacquiao victims. They both are linked to each other is all I can say. But Broner is a talker, and we've seen that Keith is a talker. So it would be interesting to see how that went down. For instance, Adrien Broner, when he faced Manny Pacquiao, you know, he got a split, he lost by unanimous decision, you know, whereas Keith Thurman had a split decision. In my opinion, I think that Keith Thurman was obviously more active, more entertaining, at least tried to win. Adrien Broner and Keith Thurman just both fought Manny Pacquiao in their last fights. They both fought him this year. Again, Adrien Broner is linked to Ivan Redchak, who just defeated Devin Alexander, who was formerly trained by Kevin Cunningham, who now trains Adrien Broner. For that particular fight, Alexander chose to be trained by Roy Jones Jr. But if Broner can get past Redchak, I don't even think Thurman should get a tune-up. He should go straight into the Broner fight. It makes sense to me. Dare I say it could possibly be a pay-per-view depending how well Pacquiao's numbers come in versus Thurman. But it would make a great Showtime championship boxing fight. And since it seems like they're staying away from championship boxing, it will make a great Fox Sports 1 or Fox fight for free. Caleb Plant did magnificent numbers on Fox, and so did Josecito Lopez and Thurman. So that fight, I think it makes a lot of sense. Broner, not super dangerous, but still a big puncher. Keith, I don't know. Manny stood up to so many right hands. Is Keith still the puncher that he once was? Does that make Adrien Broner get in the ring with him any easier? Are those negotiations any easier? Keith on the PBC post-fight told the female reporter that he was probably going to be suspended by Nevada State Athletic Commission, but so far it hasn't been reported on BoxRec. But he did say he had to get stitches and have an x-ray done to the thumb, which possibly is something that, could keep you out. But if there isn't anything serious and it's just a hairline fracture like a Charlo brother, maybe he can be back soon enough. This was a big fight. I know I'm sure he made a lot of money. Maybe he'll take off some months. Hopefully he doesn't take off the rest of the year. Adrien Broner, Thurman fight at the end of the year, December maybe, November, makes great sense. I think it's time Keith check Broner. I mean, how many times has Broner called him a bitch-ass nigga? How many times has he just used so many? I mean, look, bro, Broner needs to be checked. And now coming off of this performance, which I believe was a great performance for Keith, even in defeat. If you look at previous Pacquiao defeats, right? Like, I think Keith did better than Lucas Matisse, Adrien Broner, Jeff Horn, Jesse Vargas, Timothy Bradley, Chris Algieri, Brandon Rios. I mean, just all of these guys. Juan Manuel Marquez obviously done better than Keith, but Bradley didn't hit Manny with as many right hands as Keith did. And, the only fight that could be argued is that Jeff Horn is probably going to be a fight now that I want to watch on a Film Study Tuesday on patreon.com/Thaboxingvoice, just to go back and see and compare it to Keith and see what did Jeff Horn do and how much credit should we give him, because obviously that was a controversial win, but we probably need to revisit that one. Obviously, Keith didn't do as good as a Floyd Mayweather, but better than the Rios, better than a Shane Mosley, who congratulated him on his performance, better than a Joshua Clottey, who all he did was catch punches. So, for Broner to come out and be as harsh as he was when I believe that, Keith had a great performance, I think that merits a fight. They've been on each other's radar for some time. It's time to put those two in the ring and think about it, right? If we go to these rankings, Manny Pacquiao will be waiting now to see what happens and what's the biggest offer. Keith put a bid out there in the post-fight saying, well, we'll see what offers come in. We'll see if Manny wants a rematch. I'm like, whoa, champ, slow down. I mean, I know it was split decision because of the judges, but I don't think they're going to come back at you with a rematch. Manny wants to move on to bigger and better things, right? So we go to the world rankings here. We'll use BoxRec, obviously, so you can follow along with us on youtube.com/Thaboxingvoice. And you got Terrence Crawford ranked at number 1. Earl Spence, who's going to be fighting Sean Porter, the number 4. Manny Pacquiao, who placed himself number 3. So for Pacquiao, big fight pay-per-view, Danny Garcia is obvious. For Keith Thurman, Do you really want a Udanis Ulgas, who's a tough fight? You could always do a rematch with Danny Garcia, but does Danny want you coming off a loss? Can you get Amir Khan in the ring? Because, you know, he's picky and choosy. Do you want to have to face Sergey Lipinets? Is that a bigger name than Broner? I think not. Lipinets has always wanted Broner. He's been linked to Broner as well. Broner is the bigger name. Do you want to face your fellow Floridian in Andre Berto as a comeback? Is what it will be considered. It won't get the big hype of a Broner fight. Even though Berto done a pay-per-view with Floyd, I don't think a Keith Thurman versus Andre Berto fight. But keep in mind, they can do this somewhere in Tampa in the Sundome or something. But I don't think it gets the buzz of a Broner fight. Broner and Keith will talk that fight up the way that they're supposed to. And then just going down this line, there's nothing here for them. Do they really want to fight the Lonnie Minge and Omar Figueroa and Kerman Lahagra or Jose Cepeda, Adrian Granados, Anthony Juice Young, Thomas Delorme, Jamal James? No. Keith definitely should take the Broner fight coming off the Advin Red Check. He needs to pick up the phone, call Al, say, yo, I did good. I'm proud of my performance. This guy's out here bashing me. Sign me up. I've been called him out since Karras in 2012. I didn't get him. Sign me up. You keep giving him to other welterweights. Sign me up. Because where else is Keith going to go? Again, will Danny take a Keith rematch off of a loss? And will we accept it? Keith needs a decent win. And Broner is a decent win, depending how you can win. And what we seen last night is at least Keith is still going for it. He was digging hard to Pacquiao. He was shooting straight right hands hard to Pacquiao. He still wanted the knockout. So maybe he can get that on Broner, who's never been knocked out. Not sure, Wouldn't bank on it, but you never know. You just never know. But I'm going to go ahead and jump out to these phone lines and take your guys' calls here, man, and see what you think about this one.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
All right, let me go out to the ringer. Where is this at? That's not it. It's this one.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Last time I checked, I was the man on these streets. They call me residue, I leave blow on these beats.
Dominic, what up? Seattle up early in the morning. What's goody?
I mean, I'm always up early in the morning calling my favorite show, man. What's good? No, I think you guys are tripping. Like, you're dead ass tripping. Like, fuck Broner. No one wants to see Broner. I think the fans need to retire him because he's just gonna keep on wilding out until he just gets beat up again by another Maidana. But I think Keith Thurman should go for the rematch or fuck it, take Mike's dude, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
fuck
but
it.
how could he get a rematch? First of all, that's up to Pacquiao. And even if he tried to get Terrence Crawford, would we allow or accept that fight off of a Pacquiao loss? Like, for me, I'm always hard on Crawford.
Let's be real.
Nah, hold on. I am being real. I'm always hard on Crawford. So if he picked a guy coming off a loss, there's going to be people out there that'll think it's a strategic move, if not a cherry pick.
Not really, because that's a major. Keith Thurman fought someone hella good though, and that wasn't like he just all the way lost. He fought him better than some of the Marquez fights. I think that Manny Pacquiao got pushed back hella times, man, and the only reason he won was because of that knockdown. Truthfully, Keith Thurman landed way more.
Yo, Roach said the same
last
thing.
Time I checked,
Roach said if it wasn't for the knockdown and the body shot, it would have been a draw.
Yeah. And last time I checked, Floyd Mayweather won against Maidana, and he was getting beat up way more than that shit. Because of he landed more. This is some funny shit. You gotta run that shit back, bro. Manny Pacquiao didn't even look dominating in that fight.
Bro, but
He just
Pacquiao
got
didn't
that
even
knockdown.
but Pacquiao didn't even run back the fucking Keith the Horn fight. Why is he gonna run back a Thurman fight?
Because he's pussy.
Yeah, but now you wilding,
Manny
man.
Pacquiao
Pacquiao got more names than anybody. You wilding now.
But PBC all day. I love PBC. It's Mr. PBC. That's my call.
Dominic, Seattle, man, thank you for rocking out with us early in the morning. We're going on to my mastermind, Joseph Rodriguez. Big Supermax debut, September 13th. Border Wars is going down. Supermax, what up? What you think about my little
Good
fight,
morning.
man? What you think about my little fight? You think it's worth keep getting in there with Broner or what?
It's always a fight I've been interested in, but I don't know that you can get Broner to take that fight, to be honest.
I agree. It would be difficult
You know what I mean?
to get him in there. But we've seen other people in tight fights. Like, think about it. You think Omar Figueroa wanted that Urgas fight? I doubt it.
Bro, man, Omar Figueroa, I've always thought didn't have any business at 147, man. That dude just ate himself up there, honestly.
Exactly why I doubt he wanted that fight.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's here and there, like you kind of want to say you don't know if Thurman still wants it, but he never quite quit. But he was getting hit with something that made him hesitate. So I don't know what could be next for Thurman. I mean, obviously you got to get something in there to bring him back, you know what I mean, but make it worth his while. But it can't just be a nobody. So I think if you can get Broner to take the fight, that's probably his best bet. Confidence builder. But I don't know, man. I don't know that he can. I mean, we've never really seen Broner go down other than Maidana. He got hurt in the Pacquiao fight, and so if Keith can come back and maybe drop and stop Broner, that'd be something that could build him back up. Because, man, after the 2-year layoff to come out and lose in the fashion he did last night, man, it's gonna take some work to rebuild and get back where he's at.
And do you think or believe Broner when he says that Keith one-time Thurman was cooked?
I mean, last night, man, it's just. Look, in that round when he got hit with the body shot and he just, like, pulls his mouthpiece out, it looked like a liver shot. And I mean, a lot of people, you know how some referees are, man. Some referees could have took that as he quit. And that killed any momentum he had because he was building momentum at that point in the fight. And once that happened, I think that stopped him from being able to turn it completely around and take the fight over and possibly win. Because he was doing great at that point, and that's so I wouldn't say he cooked him, but that right there sealed the deal. That moment in the fight sealed the deal for Pacquiao, in my opinion.
Yeah, man.
But that's my call.
That's how Freddie felt, bro. That's exactly how Freddie felt. But let me go out to my boomeranger in Detroit.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
Yo, shout out to whoever the fuck called me on Skype, and I ended up on this line I didn't even know. So, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's another fringe benefit of being a boomeranger. You get caught up, you know what I'm saying? So get on Patreon and stop bullshitting yourself. Ness, what's good with you, baby?
Man, I'm up here trying to defend my boy, bro. Broner out here taking shots. I want that fight.
I don't know why you feel like you gotta defend Keith right now. Keith did a good job last night. Like I said, I'm Errol Spence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Like Keith, like he top 3 for me, but he was never my guy. Like you know that. But you also know, like when we met at the Garcia Thurman fight, you know You know what I'm saying? That I kept saying Thurman's gonna win that fight. Like I respect Thurman as a boxer. Like he gained more respect from me last night. Broner already told Radio Raheem on Seconds Out that he's staying at 140. So he don't no work from Thurman anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Broner do. He talk shit. He talking about his next fight against Ivan Red Cash. So I ain't worried about Broner, man. Let him do the talk that he doing because he trying to stay relevant in his damn self. You know what I'm saying? Broner got multiple losses. And Thurman just took his first one, and he took it like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't getting no excuses. You know what I'm saying? My man came out and did that work. And I don't give a fuck when nobody say that. It was the 9th round when he took that body shot. He was winning that 9th round before he took that body shot. And that's a liver shot. We already saw in a couple fights before that. That shot's a debilitating shot. It put most people down. My man took out his mouthpiece and kept fighting. You know what I'm saying? And personally, I still feel like he won that round. I'm going to have to watch it back again, you know, see if I can catch me a legal stream or something through the day. But he kept fighting. You know what I'm saying? To me, he won that round because he was beating Pacquiao with one hand because he had his other hand, you know what I'm saying, like stitched to his side, trying to protect his side from getting hit from another shot. Pacquiao was still hitting him with shots. So my man was hitting Pacquiao in his body and his head with just his left hand. So I don't know what the fuck everybody talk about. Keith is still an elite. You know what I'm saying? That dude is still top 3, top 4. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like he took a tremendous backlash like Joshua did. You know what I'm saying? Like he just kind of backslid on his. Like Keith he ain't lose no stock to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking to a dude that's not really a Keith Thurman fan, and he made a bigger fan out of me than what I was. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. It's TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, you stupid. I'll get back in. Peace.
Matt, talk to me, brother. Machine Gun, Border Wars, 13th, coming back, part 2.
Yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
All right, yo, Ness. I like after the show last night, man. I went and rewinded it on the box and rescored it, man. Because at first I said Keith lost 8-4, maybe 9-3, but then I rewinded it, man, all the way back to round 1, and I noticed Keith did a lot better than when I had originally thought. I rescored it again and gave him 7-5, but he still lost. But looking back at the fight, man, he had Manny hurt, man. He had Manny hurt for a couple rounds. He just never capitalized and got on him, you know. I gave him I believe it was the 3rd, the 8th, the 9th, and the 11th round. I wanted to give him the 12th, but he didn't really. He tried to steal it at the end. Because he had Manny. In all honesty, man, he had Manny hurt from the 11th to the 12th. He could have caught him in the 12th. Because Manny Pacquiao was kind of stumbling around. He wasn't really throwing his hands. And it was the same thing in the 8th and the 9th. He had Manny hurt when he had him smiling. He had Manny hurt. He just didn't jump on Manny. Manny Pacquiao would stop punching. He was getting him on his back foot. You know, so. And then what they brought up with the knockdown, I thought they had stepped on his foot, and I rewinded it, man, and I saw it clean as day. He caught Keith. He just caught Keith backing up, you know, with his hands down. But man, if Manny Pacquiao was smart, man, I would have him go fight some mid-level guys, let him get some tune-ups like Keith should have got, and just wait for the dust to settle and fight whoever's got the rest of the belts and get that undisputed.
Yeah, I mean, for Manny, he should definitely go the Khan route because right now there's no bigger fight for him, right? Like, he could go get that big check in Khan in Saudi Arabia. We could watch it via Showtime or some shit. And Thurman would fight, Porter would fight Spence. You know, Mikey, we find out what's going to happen with him and Danny. And we let the world move on. But, Matt, obviously want to thank you for rocking out, but let me ask you on your way out, Thurman versus Broner, do you like it?
I don't like it, man. I can't take it just simply because I can't take AB seriously no more, man. I don't like that fight. Maybe Thurman with somebody else, man. Get Thurman in there with Danny again, or get Thurman in there with Mikey, Or hell, get Thurman in there with Khan too. Let him get a comeback, man. But Keith Thurman should have took another fight before he fought Manny Pacquiao. That's my call.
I hear you, man, but you don't get the winning lottery ticket and give it back, bro. You just don't do that. But I hear what you're saying. If he wasn't ready, he shouldn't have took the fight because you believed he could have won if he was ready. But guess what, man? You don't know how many times this opportunity comes around, especially when a guy has, 70 fucking fights? Like, who knows when Pacquiao's just going to say, I am done.
If you know like I know, you should lie low. Killer, I used to get it in Ohio.
Jay Will, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I think it was a good fight, man. Keith made a better showing for himself than what I thought. I actually thought that he was going to kind of just jab and run, but he actually stood and fought. So he did make a good account for himself, man. But you asking for this Broner fight, man, I just find it kind of ironic. It's kind of funny because, as we all know, I'm a big Errol fan. And, when Errol was disrespecting Keith, when Errol was bombing his interviews, when Errol was calling him corny, when Errol was saying all this about him, it wasn't this type of energy. Said, man, you need to get him in. You need to shut him up.
That's not true. My energy was Keith's energy. He wanted him in 2020 when he was 100% back. But now he's on a loss, and Earl won't get no respect.
Disrespect.
Earl won't get no respect for fighting Keith off a loss. He just won't. Just like Keith told him, you won't get no respect fighting me injured. Keith let us know he was injured. He just tried his best at an opportunity that only comes once in a lifetime. And he still did very fucking good, in my opinion.
He did, but he did get beat up. He did. I mean, it's crazy because you can do both.
So Broner's right. He got cooked. So that's why Broner should fight him then. Cook him then. If he got cooked, you cook him.
I mean, we all know that AB is not an elite welterweight. So it's just him once again picking on
his mouth elite. His mouth elite, and we'll take that. We'll take that. His mouth elite. We'll take it.
All right, man. But that's my call, though, man. I'm going to let you live.
I know what it is. You from Ohio. You don't want to see Broner get cooked since he want to use that term. I got you. It's all good. Lids Low, Decatur, Georgia, stand up.
Yo, what's up, Niz, man? What cracking?
What up?
Everything, cause I ain't like everybody else. I ain't gonna call to gloat on you, my nigga, cause like the other caller said, that nigga Keith did do good, but he just wasn't ready for Manny, man. Now I'm gonna go and say this. I the one. We can go back on tape. I said Keith needed to fight Broner before he fought Pacquiao. Now I understand taking the opportunity because it came. But that was my thing. He should have fought goddamn Broner before he fought with a Pacquiao. Now, with that being said, my question on Patreon, y'all fuck with Patreon. I asked you to ask Keith, and you did. Shout out to you, Ness. I fuck with you. If you lose to Manny Pacquiao, would you take the Terrence Crawford fight? And he said that Terrence Crawford does not interest him, man. Man, shout it. What the fuck do Bud got to do to get these niggas to fight? Now, granted, this motherfucker just lost, but damn it, it was a good-ass motherfucking match. All I'm saying... I'm sorry, I'm stopped this tick. All I'm saying is, I don't want to hear nobody else say nothing else about goddamn Bud. And Angel Garcia, I fuck with him, but that shit he said, he tried to copy out what Keith saying, talking about Bud need to goddamn fight more goddamn tougher competition. Man, quick tucking y'all goddamn tails and fight my nigga Bud so we can quit goddamn having these stupid ass conversations. Now, I'm gonna ask you this one question is, did that Keith Thurman you saw last night, can he beat my Bud Crawford right now?
I mean, for me, it's gonna be a yes because I seen Keith Thurman do what he did to the highest of the on the division. Pacquiao is the best in the division.
Okay, now check this. Had Bud hurt him like Pacquiao did, would have finished him?
Hard to say, man. Bud ain't hurt David Benavidez till the 12th.
Oh, no, Ness. Come on. Hey, fuck with me, Ness. When I ask you a question, just come 100 with me, dog. Don't bring nobody else in it. Don't bring nobody else in it. Let's talk about Bud and Keith. I don't want to talk about nobody else. Now, I'm going to ask you simple questions. I just want yes or no.
I can't. I got to use those fights as barometers because that's how we got to gauge the power.
Okay, and that's fair. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you right
Remember,
now.
he
This is
moving
me
up.
saying this.
Listen,
He ain't finna beat no goddamn Bud Crawford. Ness.
Maybe not, because this is what Keith has always said. Bud's not a real welterweight. He moving up.
Well, we can call it whatever the fuck we want to call it, but I'm telling you, your goddamn Thurman ain't fucking with Crawford, and we can take a poll on this shit today. I want to see what people would say. That Thurman last night, even though he was good, he not gonna beat no goddamn Bud Crawford.
I don't even know how you saying this about Thurman when he was in there with Pacquiao. Like, you comparing Bud in there with like Benavidez and Horn and Gamboa, like those are the names. Like, come on, stop, man. Like, Keith was in there with Pacquiao doing what he did. And it's so crazy, man. That's why I love Border Wars, man. More people need to sign up to Border Wars. Yo, how the fuck y'all calling in here disrespecting Keith? The dude took a body shot, didn't go down. Nose busted, bleeding crazy. Fighting like a warrior. Everybody else get credit. You know, Badu Jack with all the blood. Credit. Not Keith. Arturo Gotti. Credit. Not Keith. You know? Kovalev gets folded with a body shot. Keith don't. Keith takes it. Y'all hating like, bro, why y'all hating greatness? Greatness. Because guess what? Name a great that ain't lost besides Mayweather. I'll wait. We're going to go out to Chris in Atlanta. Talk to me.
What's going on? You hear me?
I hear you, brother. What's up?
My thoughts on the fight, man. I actually didn't start watching the fight till around like round 5, so I didn't get to see the first 4 rounds, so I can't really give a full analysis. However, what I did see in the second half of the fight, I gave pretty much the second half of the fight to Keith Thurman, maybe minus a couple close rounds, like maybe 10 and 12. You know, but Keith Thurman, he definitely did a good job. I'm gonna give Keith Thurman credit for this fight. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm definitely going to give Keith Thurman for the credit for this fight. And I definitely believe Keith Thurman had Pacquiao hurt a couple times. He just didn't pounce on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion about the Keith Thurman and Pacquiao. Now, with the Keith Thurman and Adrien Broner, I'm going to be one of the few to say I want to see that fight.
So do I.
I want to see that.
So do I. He talk a good talk. Yeah. Let's see him get in the ring there and back some of that shit up with someone that's going to come at him, you know?
Right. You know, me personally, I am from Cincinnati, Ohio. I will rock with Broner, but I'm going to go with Keith Thurman on that one, man, versus Broner.
Well, brother, thank you for calling in as always, Chris. I'm going to keep it moving. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show and lets us obviously put the show out there in front of others, helps us grow. So do that. Show us some love.
Subscribe to youtube.com/Thaboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Going out to alumni caller.
I won't deny you.
Dollar DVLC Production.
Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now?
Lemon, what up? Good morning. West Coast.
Morning, man.
Out with us.
Hell yeah. Good morning, TBV, man. Hey, great work last couple of days, bro. Hey, I was one of the biggest Keith Thurman haters, man. You know that for years, ever since Danny and everything. But let me tell you, this week, after meeting him, and then after, and especially after the fight. First of all, and in the fight, I mean, he left everything in the ring, man. He left everything in the ring. I think he lost by unanimous decision. But what he said after the fight, he took his hat off to Manny, man. And so, to do that after a fight like that, after a big and his first loss too. So I've got a lot more respect for Keith Thurman now. So I had to call in and say that, you know what I mean? Because like I said, all the years I've been hating on him. So I got to give your boy props, man. And about this Broner, man, Thurman going to eat Broner alive, though, man. Broner is not top. I don't even think he's top 20, man. Broner is just a name. I know it's going to sell tickets. I mean, because you have the press conference and everything. So I guess that's what they'll be shooting for. But that'll definitely get Keith Thurman back in the W column because Broner's nothing. I feel, but a mouth.
Hey man, but coming off a loss, name another big fight, right? Like if you heard the post-fight interviews, all the stuff that he's been doing, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna wait to see the offers. I'm gonna see if Pacquiao wants a rematch. I'm gonna see what's the biggest offer out there." So obviously the biggest offer is Earl Spence, but he's busy, you know, and that offer ain't big now that you ain't got no belt. So Pacquiao was your biggest offer. Go down the line, Danny. Maybe. But then that fight means nothing to Danny. There's no belt on the line. There's nothing there. And you coming off a loss. So Broner fight makes sense. That's a big fight. Maybe Showtime is crazy enough to put it on pay-per-view. And if not, it's at least Showtime Championship Boxing or Fox Main Event for free. That shit is worth it. And, you know, you need a tune-up if you're Keith. That's a glorified tune-up. You gonna get a 2-city press tour for that tune-up. You ain't getting no press tour for no Josecito Lopez. You ain't gonna get no press tour for no Jamal James. Well, maybe, because Jamal's a draw in Minnesota. They fuck around and make Keith off a loss do a press conference in Minnesota. That'd be fucked up. Yeah, I heard this one. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. But yeah, let me, man. I don't know what you think. Would you like that matchup?
Check this out. When you put it that way in a business aspect, when you're thinking about it, it's a very smart move for if PBC puts Keith Thurman against Adrien Broner because Broner doesn't throw. He doesn't throw any punches, so there's no real threat. You know what I mean? So you got the whole build up. It's gonna seem like a big fight with all the talk. It's gonna seem like a big fight, but there's no threat for Keith Thurman to lose. So I guess it actually would be smart to get back, like I said, to get back, you know, on the winning, because Jamal James, you don't know what he's going to bring.
I mean,
you give him a shot like that.
Think about it, right? 140-pound division, which is where Broner is alleged to be having this fight with Ivan Redchak. But even though I think Ivan Redchak won versus Devin Alexander, so look for him to be in the 147-pound division. So, again, those rumors of Broner not fighting at 47, how is that? I don't know. But let's just run with the 40. Who's he going to fight? Mario Barrios is PBC, but that's not a big fight for Broner. That's an undefeated prospect. You ain't got no money in there. Where's his big fight at 40? He ain't getting no Ramirez fight. Ramirez is tied up with Hooker. Josh Taylor's tied up with Progress in the World Boxing Super Series. Who's his big fight? Chris Algieri tied up with Dazn. Where's his big fight? Ivan Branchek covering off a loss? Too tough of a fight anyway. That dude lets his hands go. Like, for Broner, Broner's talking about Ivan Redchak, man. So, Keith Thurman is the biggest check Broner
You won't get past Ivan.
What? If you think
Broner won't get past Ivan.
Yo, if you think that, then the powers that be need to listen to the show and make that fight immediately, because guess what? There is no big fight for Broner at 140. Who's he going to fight? I'm looking at all the rankings and the same. No name is sticking out. I could start spitting out names and bore people. But if you watch it on YouTube, you see it. And, you know, Virgil Ortiz is the sexiest name, which is with Dazn, and it ain't going to happen because he with Golden Boy. And, and Broner ain't taking nobody that knocked out Mauricio Herrera like that. I'm telling you, this 140-pound division is barren. Is barren. He got to come right up here, right to 47, and then we talking. I don't even see Ivan Redchak at 40. For him. I don't see Ivan Redchak at 40 or at 47. Or am I not looking hard enough? Because where is this man at? He not even ranked top 15.
Hey, you about to see, Ness, you about to see talking about the 140, though. You're going to see that unified champ next week. Jose Ramirez, take out Hooker.
I mean, just make sure you call in on Thursday's prediction show, but we all know you a bit biased. Listen, let me get to some other callers. I got Q in Jersey. Talk to me.
Yeah, it was good. You already know how I feel about the fight with Keith Pacquiao. I felt like Keith might have edged it out. Not beat him, but I felt like he might have edged it out a little bit. But I think Keith should just go right in and get the rematch. I don't understand. He had a title. Why he don't get a rematch?
Bruh, what you mean rematch? First of all, he wasn't the A-side, so there ain't no rematch clause. And secondly, like, the rematch, like, I mean, All right, this is the next day, so maybe this is some of the
Did he get
aftermath,
smoked?
but he didn't get smoked.
Did he
But
get
there's
smoked?
listen to me. He didn't get smoked, but there isn't this overwhelming demand for Keith to get a rematch. It wasn't like the fight was super close. Yes, it was split decision, but no one is saying it was super close.
Okay. I mean, as far as the big demand, I know people not screaming for it. I'm not screaming for it, but, I feel like it's his first loss and he lost his belt. Maybe he should get a rematch. But if Keith is looking at offers, right, if he get an offer from Ugas got the interim. No, Ugas not getting that title shot no time soon.
Bruh. We just talked about that. Why would you take a Ugas fight? This is a difficult style matchup, ugly fight. Dude speaks only Spanish, can't sell the fight. Like that.
They put him back in the running for a belt.
Bruh, he a name. He a name. He gonna get a belt based off name. He do another fight with Broner. That shit puts him back in the world's eye, and he gonna get. And then right away they gonna want Earl will take him. Earl will take him because Pacquiao picks Earl. Earl don't pick Pacquiao unless Al's gonna force Pacquiao, which I highly doubt that's happening.
90 seconds.
Soon. But I'm gonna ask the public a question. Does Thurman deserve a rematch? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's got to earn his way back because Pacquiao's the A side. He's a star. He gets to move on. Like I'm sure there wasn't no rematch clause for Thurman. I'm sure there wasn't no rematch clause. I'm sure just because I gave you the Pacquiao fight, you can't get a rematch clause just because you get in the Pacquiao fight.
Right. Exactly. I just feel for him. Like your first loss,
60 seconds.
To Avengers is like, damn. But I mean, you're right. He wasn't the A side, and not a lot of people see the fight maybe the way I saw the fight. A lot of people don't see it like that, so it's not like people going to be screaming for it.
Yeah, man. Well, let me get to some other callers. Q, man, thanks for calling in. We got Joseph, Big Supermax on the Boomerang. What it do?
Yeah, I gotta say this though, Ness. A lot of people are sitting here like, oh well, Keith performed well. Look, that's all fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, that's not what I expected. And that's not what we expect Keith to put an ass whooping on Manny, and that just didn't happen. So I can't give him that much credit for losing a good fight. I've never questioned his heart, but no, man, that fight right now. That I was honestly shocked, Ness, at how it all transpired. I think after that first round, it was different. But so at a rematch right now, man, I didn't feel like it's a fight that warrants a rematch. I felt like there was a clear winner. Maybe if Thurman can build back up and get some wins. I've tried to think about anybody else he could take, but yeah, I think the only fight that would make sense is the Broner fight. When I really looked at it just now, there's not really nothing that would get enough attention and put him right back in the win column. You got a guy like Granados is out. Just coming off a loss. You definitely don't want to get him with Ugas right now. Lipinets either. I think on name value alone, you get in there with Broner, you look good, you beat him up, you kind of shake the cobwebs off. Maybe not have the wife in the backstage.
You know what I'm getting upset about? I'm getting upset that it's like everybody's going through the gauntlet, and because they're facing each other, now everybody's like, "Yo, Bud's the best." But it's like these guys are fighting each other. It's so crazy that everybody's just cool with these guys knocking each other off and Bud sitting around waiting.
And letting Bud get away. Exactly. He's not fighting nobody. And look, Bud's not getting a shot at any PBC anytime soon. Did you see last night the graphic where they put current welterweight champions?
Yeah, they played
Bud was not there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, so that tells you right there.
They put Pacquiao and Thurman, and they got the same belt and shit.
Yeah, so that tells you right there. Bud ain't getting that shot. He's got to fight somebody, whether y'all people want to hear it or not. But Bud just can't walk around fighting these B and C level guys and be the best. Say what you want about Thurman. Let me get to
some other callers, Joseph. I got JD in Texas. Talk to me.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game, my boxing. I don't know why they gonna call me for I'm a 54 pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
Yellow.
What up, champ?
Yeah, this ain't JD. This is E Black.
Oh shit, pardon me. Maybe double check that.
It's
Go ahead, talk to us.
So you, all right, yo. You know, as far as the first thing we y'all talking about Broner and Thurman, no, I don't want to see that fight. Ain't no interest. You know, I'm more interested in Prograis versus Broner. I like to see that fight because Prograis actually wants to move up and fight Bud, and I think that would be a good fight in 2-3 years. And I think that could be a good setup. But you think
that's gonna happen? You think Broner's gonna give Regis Prograis a shot?
Yeah, I think so because I think it'd be a good New Orleans versus Cincinnati fight. I think it'd be a good fight. They pay him the bag. He'll take that fight.
But that's my thing. Who's gonna give him a bigger check, Regis or Thurman? Let me ask you this: does Showtime even think about putting Broner Regis on pay-per-view? I bet you Showtime thinks about putting Broner Thurman on pay-per-view. I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying at this level, man. At this level, they strategic, just like Pacquiao was strategic, right? Pacquiao picked Broner because he could sell. Then he picked Thurman because he's undefeated and he was the vulnerable welterweight. That also could talk.
I don't think Broner's handler is gonna give him that fight. So
which fight?
I think Broner's gonna the Thurman fight.
Bro, but why would they give him a Regis is more dangerous than Thurman at this point. Thurman at least got the injury, right? And the loss. Regis will be coming off of beating Josh Kelly in the World Boxing Super Series. He'll be unified. Come on, man.
Because Regis,
no way Broner
Regis
takes
will
that
take
fight.
less money.
Bruh,
no, Regis
there ain't enough
Regis
money
will
on
take
that
less
fight,
money.
but I love you, man. Whatever. Hey, we gonna pray at night about it.
Be real.
No, I hear you. You Regis' cousin. You Regis' cousin. You trying to get Regis a big fight right now. I hear you.
No. I'm just being real. Regis will take less money and give Broner more money than probably Thurman would. And less risk.
Listen to me.
Thurman would
unless Eddie Hearn is buying that fight, Broner gets a bigger check versus Pacquiao. It don't matter. Fox, Showtime gonna pay more money, bruh. Like Thurman has done way more, millions of views, and now a pay-per-view. It's like a no-brainer.
Broner not gonna get that.
I hear you, champ. That was your 3 minutes. You gotta learn to dip and move and be swift with it. We gonna go out to New Orleans. Talk to me, NO. What up?
Man, look how I sound. The audio clear.
Man, you sound super
I'm good.
clear. You sound clear. You in the room with us.
Man, look, check this shit out. You heard me? All this side talking and all that, and we talking about the numbers and what's going to happen. Man, I've been telling y'all what the fuck was going on with this dude, man. You heard me? This dude been suspect for years, man. The wool finally coming from over on everybody's eyes and all that shit, man.
Yo,
and
what
next,
is you talking about, bro? What is you talking about?
Mean, man, what you mean? What I mean? I told you that dude gonna get dealt with last night, man.
So
I told you that. I've been telling you that shit for months.
He got dealt with?
Man, he got dropped. He got his nose broke. You dig? And he took a lot of punishment all night long, man. He doped out a little bit, but man, one time the true champ, he pulled to push through all that shit and stop Pacquiao. Cause that's the only way he was gonna win a decision like that in a tough fight. He going backwards and forwards with an all-time great, man.
No, you know what you want, what you could do for me? Name the people that did better than Thurman, and watch you say they all-time greats. Cause Floyd is a great. You know what I mean?
So
Marquez
that
is
mean you. So you got to stop saying that he our generation Mayweather, man. Stop putting all that pressure on that dude. Cause when he lose like this, we know what's real and what's fake. That's
Hey,
you know what I'm saying. You put him on the pedestal. You put him on the
and
pedestal.
that's okay. That's okay, because all-time greats always come back. Ali had a loss. Frazier had a loss. Chavez had losses. Oscar had losses. Bernard
we gotta
had
wait
losses.
for it. Just like AJ,
Roy
we
Jones
gotta
had
see. We gotta
losses.
wait and see. We not saying none of that until they
We
prove it.
will wait. He only 30.
You know what I'm saying?
He only
This
30.
man, one weight division. That's
Bruh,
one weight
no. You
division,
know
man.
what
You
you
comparing
did?
this man
You know what
the
you
Mayweather
did?
and
You know what you
Pacquiao.
did? You
This
know
dude
what you
fought at
did?
one weight division,
You
man.
know. You know what you
best
did? You know what you did? You avoided my question. Name fighters that done a better job than him. Go ahead.
Marquez,
Oh, a legend.
Mayweather,
Oh, a legend.
Morales.
Oh, a legend. Oh, another legend. Oh,
I
Hall of
keep going.
Famers.
I
Oh,
gotta
Hall
keep
of
going.
Famers. Hall of Famers. First ballot Hall of Famers. Did you say Marquez? Did you say
Y'all
Eric
said Jeff Horn.
Morales?
Y'all said Jeff Horn. Y'all said Jeff
Yeah,
Horn.
Jeff Horn.
That
Come
was you
on,
said.
champ.
You
See,
said
see,
Jeff
when we
Horn.
think
You
about
said
it,
Jeff Horn.
when we think about it,
Tim
no. When you open your mind up, you realize, damn, Keith did a damn good job. Chris Algieri got dropped 6 times. Okay? What the fuck did Jesse
So I'm
Vargas
supposed
and
to give
Brandon
him. I'm
Rios
supposed to
do?
give him a pat on the back because he dropped one. He got dropped one time and got his rib broke
Bruh,
leading the
Timothy
fight.
Bradley had 36 rounds.
In the fight.
Timothy Bradley had 36 rounds, and I bet you CompuBox can't find enough right hands because Thurman landed
He
more.
got dropped and his rib broke by 40-year-old
Rib broke.
almost retiree.
You making up
Almost
injuries, bro.
retiree.
You making up injuries. Get out of here. He got his rib broke. He got his nose broke. So a little bit of blood mean his nose broke. It ain't busted. You know what I mean? You take a body shot, mean your rib broke. You ain't lose your ear. I mean, the exaggerators is crazy, and this is exactly why Adrien Broner should take this fight. Because this just furthermore proves it. They hate and love Keith. My man lost, so they rubbing it in. Oh, even though he did good. I'm going back to Pacquiao's resume. Look at this. Did Broner do better? I think not. What about Lucas? I think not. Jeff Horn, the controversial fight? I think not. Jesse Vargas? I think not. We are going down in order. Timothy Bradley? Hell no. Floyd, of course. First ballot Hall of Famer, okay? A legend. Chris Algieri dropped 6 times? Hell no. Timothy Bradley, again, who had 36 fucking rounds, plus my man. Oh, I don't think he had 36. I think Pacquiao knocked him out 1, right? Let me see. No, look at that. All these UDs Bradley had, man. Please. And a wheelchair, stop it. Brandon Rios, stop it. Marquez, first ballot Hall of Famer. Why not? Why not? Marquez. Did Shane Mosley do better? No. No. What about Margarito? Did he do better because he broke Pacquiao rib? Huh? Did he do better? Come on, man. What about Joshua Clottey? Motherfucking catcher's mitt. Catcher's mitt. Cotto went down. Did Cotto do better? Didn't Cotto take a knee? What about Hatton? Wasn't he flattened? Wasn't Hatton flattened? What about Oscar quitting in the stool? Did he do better? You motherfuckers better put some respect on his name, man. That's because you ain't never been in the ring, though. You ain't never been punched in the face, so you don't know what it is. You don't respect a man who been punched in the face and is bleeding profusely and doesn't go back to the corner and say, yo, man, I don't want to fight no more. I don't deserve to be taking punches like this. Quote from fucking Victor Ortiz. But y'all forget because y'all fickle. Because when Victor got on that level, what'd he do? He headbutted Mayweather because he needed a way out. What did Keith do? He bit down and landed right hands, but NO want to hate. Y'all want to hate because your man, and all this hate coming on Keith because whoever's your favorite fighter didn't get the opportunity that Keith got, so you want to hate on him. But I just went down a list of names that got the opportunity before Keith, and they ain't do as good as Keith. That's all I know. But we're going to keep these phone lines moving. We're going to keep bodying you haters, little haters. I hear you. We going to Caesar. Talk to me.
Yo. Bang. I know out here triggering this.
But man, congratulations to Manny Pacquiao, man. He proved me wrong for sure. I thought Keith was gonna do it. I really believed it. I thought his athleticism was gonna be enough. I thought he was gonna be smart. But I think he came out trying to pressure Manny, trying to establish dominance, and just Manny wasn't having it, man. So respect to Manny. I wonder what's next for him. I wonder if he's gonna go after the top guys. I wonder if he's gonna try to do the whole undisputed thing. But we'll see, man. About that Adrien Broner fight and Keith Thurman, though. I mean, you really think Broner deserves that shit? I mean, I know we all like to see Broner get his ass kicked, but I don't think even with Keith coming off a loss, I do not think that Broner deserves a fight at that level. I think he needs to work his way up. I think he's just getting he just gets the easy road just because of who he is and his mouth and all that shit.
That's the thing, bro. If you're Al Heyman, what do you make more money off? Broner and Ivan Redchak? That shit gonna do maybe 400,000 views on Showtime.
That's true.
It's
though.
a waste
That
of
is
time.
true.
It's a waste of time. You know what I mean? You gotta put him in. And for Broner, you can sit down with Broner and sell this to Broner like he's the A side. You can sit him down and say, Broner, I'm giving you Keith off of Josecito Lopez making him look suspect, off of injury, off of Pacquiao knockdown and beat down. Man, go do your thing, champ. You can sell this to Broner. But you can't sell him Regis Progress like that last caller said. Ain't no way, Broner. Broner ain't getting in the ring with Progress. He ain't getting in the ring with Crawford. He ain't getting in the ring again with Porter. He ain't doing none of that shit.
Yep. I agree.
Matter of fact, I take Porter back because he did it, right? But you know who he ain't getting in with it? His brother, Earl. He ain't gonna fight his brother, Earl.
Oh no, that's not even in conversation in anybody's mouth. But oh yeah. Well, you know what? I gotta get to breakfast. So shout out to TBV. Yeah.
All right, peace. Caesar, man. Thanks for calling in. We going out to B. Paulie. Talk to me.
What up, man? Can you hear me good?
We hear you in your car door, seatbelt. You better click it, man, before you get a ticket.
Look, man, we've been riding with Keith Thurman for a long time, man.
And I'm still riding based off that performance. Based off that, I'm still riding.
I fuck with Keith Thurman, man, because he did his thing, but he got touched up. He didn't look horrible, but he ain't have enough a lateral movement, man. That's really what it was. Every time he got caught, man, he was straight on the center line. But look, Ness, man, this whole narrative, he the next generation's Floyd, bro. You gotta dead that, bro. We gotta dead it. We gotta dead it, bro. It ain't happening. It's impossible at this point.
Why? Because of the loss?
Come on, man.
Wait. Are you saying it because his O is gone? Are you saying
you can't be Floyd if you lose?
No, you can't be Floyd if you lose. That's what you're saying. So you put the O on some sort of standard. You got the O on some sort of pedestal, huh? You don't value the guy. You don't value the guy that gets in there with everybody. You don't value the guy that gets it in with everybody. You don't value the guy that gets in there with undefeated fighters. That's what you don't value. I hear you. Everybody got different standards. You know what I'm saying?
No, I value that. When you say Floyd, that's right there is talking about the O. You can't mention Floyd without talking about the O.
Yo, listen. Y'all wanna get ahead and write Keith off because he fought Pacquiao.
Man. No. You can't keep saying y'all wanna. I'm talking about me.
I'm not writing them off. I'm riding. Chris Algieri got dropped 6 times. Margarito's orbital bone got broke. I could go list. You know what I'm saying? Shane Mosley, bro. Come on, bro. What'd he do? Hold his hands in his pockets all night? Lucas Matisse quit. Y'all disrespecting Thurman. Y'all disrespecting Thurman. Lucas Matisse quit.
Can I get my call? My nigga?
Can I get my call, my nigga?
I mean, I thought you was engaging me.
No, dog, listen. You saying he's the next generation. I value motherfuckers who fight and lose. I don't give a fuck about that. But we can't act like being undefeated ain't important, especially when you undefeated and fought top competition. You say he the next generation's Floyd. When you say that, by default, no, you can't have Floyd without the.
I fuck with the Nate Diaz's sports, the motherfuckers who lose 11 times and keep going. I fuck with that, me personally. But when you say,
"Oh, that's your time, champ," but I hear you, man. Listen. I was wrong on that because there's too many, loopholes, right? You're gonna say we're gonna talk about Styles, but like, I'm still riding with him. He gonna bounce back. Yeah, Kansas City, Mac, stand up, man. He lost. It's all right. Listen, plenty of greats took losses, man. But look, I am your host, Ness GTO. I'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to come back for the flagship Sunday where we're going to eat some crow. We're going to talk about all this weekend's fights. We're going to talk about some more Broner Thurman. We're talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Thurman. We're going to talk about Earl Spence versus Porter, the official press conference. Every card that was out. Teofimo, whoa. We're going to talk about that. And get you guys' thoughts. But once again, you can hit that thumbs up button in the future, present, past. It helps with the visibility of the show. And don't forget, you can catch our Patreon-only betting show on patreon.com/Thaboxingvoice. You could also catch our Untitled podcast over on patreon.com/Thaboxingvoice. Untitled is a podcast where we discuss movies, women, vacations, boxing, everything goes down because why we put out a post every Sunday, which is today, and you drop your topic and or suggestion in the comment section, and we talk about it every Monday at 5 p.m. So once again, thank everybody for tuning in. Catch us at 7 p.m. for the flagship show. Peace.